Hello, friends from across the nation and around the world. I'm Martin, and you are listening to Dad's Bedtime Stories. Now, as you might have noticed, I'm still kind of under the weather, and my voice is currently barely here. It's very deep, though. It sounds very, very deep. Anyways, I really don't have it in me to read a whole story, but I am hoping to be back up and running properly for next Sunday to put in some of the suggestions I've had and continue with the series. So for today, we're going to do another Shelfie the Elf super story. So, I hope you enjoy. Get as comfy as you can in that bed. Close your eyes and imagine yourself doing what the kid in the story does. Imagine yourself waking up in the middle of the night once again. And once again, you hear something coming from outside your bedroom door. You immediately wonder if it might be your good old friend, Shelfie the Elfie. You crawl out of your bed and you tiptoe over towards the door. You slowly open it up and look outside. Sure enough, it sounds like there's a party going on in your house. You sneak out of your bedroom and take a closer look. As you peek into the living room, you see something rather amazing. You see a whole bunch of toys that have suddenly come to life. There's a lot of toys that you recognize, but there's also a whole bunch you're not sure you even own. There's some dolls hanging out having a little tea party on their own. There's some action figures that look like they're having a jiu-jitsu contest, wrestling each other or something like that. There's a whole bunch of miniature toy cars moving around on their own and talking to each other, kind of like in that movie Cars. They seem to have a whole intricate racetrack set up, and they're taking turns racing against each other. There's toys racing each other. There's toys jumping off of high bookshelves with little toy parachutes. There's toys everywhere. But what immediately catches your eye is the Lego. A whole pile of Lego on the ground. Only it isn't just sitting there. All of the little Lego people have completely come to life. And they're using the blocks to build all sorts of different things. Sitting right beside the pile of Lego is, Shelfie. Shelfie the Elfie. Exactly who you expected to be there.
Well, I'm glad you woke up,
Shelfie says. Me too. Did you do all of this? You ask as you look around the room and catch a whole bunch of walking, talking stuffed animals marching down the hall.
Well, I did it with a little bit of magic. I thought this would be an amazing surprise. Do you like it?
Shelfie asks. Yeah, I think I do.
Well then, what do you say we have some fun?
And with that, you sit down on the ground beside the pile of Lego, and you begin to help the little Lego people build. Watching tiny little Lego people build with blocks is a very different sight than watching a full-size human build with blocks. They hoist the blocks from person to person, lift them up on top of the walls, but as the buildings get bigger, they have to create little Lego stairs and almost like scaffolding around the building. You decide to help the little Lego people out. It looks like they're building some sort of amazing Lego base. You start grabbing different pieces of Lego and snapping them into place, creating a very interesting and very exciting looking Lego base. You build in bedrooms, common areas, a little miniature gymnasium with a tiny little basketball court, a tiny little workout area, a movie theater, and, of course, you surround the entire thing with huge protective walls on a large Lego base that you found sitting on the ground. You snap the final block into place, and you look at your amazing creation. It's perfect. It's the perfect place to live. The little Lego people who helped build the thing look at it in awe as well. One of them, who's standing up on the very top of the wall, backs up for a better view. Unfortunately, he doesn't look at exactly where he's going. He trips on one of the little pieces of Lego and falls backwards off of the Lego wall. As he hits the ground, strangely, he sort of falls apart. His arms and legs pop off, and so does his head. You immediately run over to see what's happened. You grab the little Lego torso and the little Lego legs, and you snap them back together quickly. You pop on both of the arms, you slide in both of the hands, and then you grab his little Lego head. It's one of those Lego heads that has two different facial expressions on it. One looks kinda happy, and the other's sort of a grimace, almost like a villain face of some kind. You decide to change things up a little, and you pop the head back on, with the villain face looking forward. You place the little Lego person down on the ground, and it suddenly comes back to life. But it stares at you with a very uncomfortable looking stare, and then walks off, away from the little Lego base.
Well,
Shelfie says,
would you like to see this thing from Lego size?
You mean like become a Lego person?
Well, not a Lego person exactly, but something as tall as a Lego person.
Shelfie explains. Sure. I can't wait to check this base out from, well, ground level. And with that, Shelfie once again begins waving his arms around in the air, creating little magical sparkles that leave his hands and surround your entire body. They loop up your legs and around your arms and around your head, and you start to feel a strange tingling sensation, almost like little carbonated bubbles are appearing all across your skin. The world around you begins to get larger and larger and larger and larger as you get smaller and smaller, eventually shrinking all the way down until you're head to head with one of the Lego men. The Lego man doesn't say anything, he just bows towards you, walks over to the door to the base, opens it up, and gestures you inside. You follow his direction, walking inside the base. And as soon as you enter, you're amazed. From higher up, these things just looked like Lego pieces. But as you get closer, you see that everything's functioning. You check out the beds and they're actually soft and comfortable. You check out the television area and it has a working television, a miniature working television. Everything is way more real than you thought it would be. Then you start to hear a strange sound, like a shaking or a thundering. The entire base begins to vibrate just a little bit under your feet. You look up to see where the sound is coming from, straight up from inside the walls of the base. And you see a gigantic helicopter, a gigantic Lego helicopter, floating down towards the base. In the driver's seat is none other than the Lego person you put back together with the villain face facing forward. Maybe that was a mistake, you think for a second, as other little villainous-looking Lego people start to fly out of the helicopter, all hanging on to little chains. The chains lower down to each corner of the base, and the Lego people hook them in place, and then give them a little tug. In response to that, the driver of the helicopter begins to lift off the ground, tightening the chains and shaking the base a lot. The other Lego people wave for you to follow them, and they all start running out the door, evacuating the building as quickly as they can. You decide that the best thing to do is to probably follow the people as they run away. So you do just that, running out the door as the base finally lifts up off of the ground. It slowly raises up into the air and begins to fly away from the living room and deeper into your house. We need to stop them. We just finished building that, you say to all of the other Lego people. They just kind of look at you and shrug with their little plastic arms. Shelfie the Elf floats down and lands on the ground beside you.
Why don't you build something to chase him down with?
Shelfie suggests, and then gestures towards the huge pile of Lego. That is an excellent suggestion, you reply back, and you immediately get to work, digging through the pile of Lego for all of the right Lego pieces. Once you get started, the other Lego people sort of figure out what you're doing, and they themselves begin to dig into the pile as well, pulling out all sorts of specialty pieces to make a pretty awesome aircraft of some kind. You just kind of make things up as you go along. You snap together piece after piece into the rough shape of a helicopter jet. You snap on some wing pieces to each side, but you also decide to add some rotors to the top to make it helicopter-like, able to hover around in the sky. You find some discarded Lego jet pieces, probably from an old Lego plane, and you snap those on as well. Then you find the perfect little visor, a clearish blue plastic piece that's designed to fold down in front of the operator. You snap that into place, and you look at your handiwork. Oh, but wait, you might need some way to stop the other helicopter. You search through the pile again until you find little Lego cannons, pieces of Lego designed to shoot tiny other little pieces of Lego at whatever you're chasing. You snap one into place on each wing, and then you grab some controls, some levers, and, a little Lego piece with pictures of buttons on it. You snap a little seat in place and climb inside. As soon as you do, a strange sort of sparkling magic surrounds the plane, or helicopter plane thingy, whatever it is you've built. The little Lego button panel suddenly becomes a real panel, with a display screen and a whole bunch of functioning buttons. The levers attach themselves to the ship, and the whole thing starts to power on. The rotors spin above your head, and you hear the distinct sound of a jet engine start up. You look to your left and see a little Lego lever that's marked up and down. You pull up on the lever, and sure enough, The helicopter plane thing begins to spin faster, and you rise up into the air. The further up you pull, the higher up you go. You look to your right, and you see another lever, one that says forward and backwards. As you press forward on it, the jets engage and shoot the Lego ship forward at a pretty amazing speed. You pull back on the lever, and the ship immediately stops in place. You grab a hold of a tiny little steering wheel that's sitting in the control panel, and you press forward on the throttle once again. You find that you can easily steer left and right around almost anything you want to. You start to fly through the living room of your house, and you explore deeper inside, looking for wherever that helicopter went, carrying your Lego base. And before too long, you find them, still floating in the air but turned around to face you. As soon as they see your little Lego helicopter coming for them, they begin to fly away again, zooming past you and through your house. You turn the helicopter around, press forward on the throttle as fast as the thing will go, and you chase down the little Lego helicopter and the little Lego base. It leads you on a chase throughout your house, looping left and right, into any open rooms and out again, and eventually back into the living room. You finally line the helicopter plane thingy that you're driving up behind it and take aim. You look down at a button on the control panel that says fire, and you hit the button. Suddenly, little Lego pieces launch out of the cannons on either side of your Lego plane helicopter thingy and shoot towards the large helicopter carrying the base. The little Lego projectiles just continuously fire, hitting some of the chains and part of the helicopter. Sure enough, the base comes loose and flies down towards the ground, unfortunately crashing and breaking apart into hundreds and hundreds of different pieces. The other helicopter faces towards yours and starts flying straight at you, firing its own barrage of little Lego projectiles. You quickly grab a hold of the up and down lever and drop down below the other thing, zoom up behind it and spin around. You unleash another barrage of little Lego projectiles. This time, one of them hits one of the rotors in the other helicopter. The helicopter starts to spin out of control, down towards the ground, and breaks into hundreds of different pieces as it smashes. You carefully grab a hold of the up and down lever, and you lower your helicopter down to the ground as well. Different toys and stuffies and cars and Lego pieces from all over the living room begin to gather around the crash scene. You climb out of the little helicopter plane and head over to see exactly what's happened. You find a broken apart Lego helicopter, and sure enough, you find some Lego people who are once again accidentally dismantled from the crash. You run over and you begin to snap the Lego people back together, snapping together legs and torsos and arms, and last, you grab the little Lego head. You look at it carefully again, and you once again see that one side has a very unhappy looking face, while the other side has a smile. You decide this time that it might be smartest to put it together in a different way, turning the smile forward and snapping it onto the body of the Lego person once again. With a little flash of sparkly magic, the Lego person pops to life, but this time he seems perfectly happy. Together, you put together all of the other Lego people in the same way, ensuring that you snap on the correct facial expression this time. And then something strange happens. All of the Lego people begin to walk around and grab different pieces of the helicopter and different pieces of the base. They all start to hum in unison as they get to work, passing bricks from one Lego person to another and reassembling them back into the shape of a base. You're amazed at how quickly they work, how quickly they can put the blocks back together. And before very long at all, you have a brand new and kind of improved looking giant Lego helicopter sitting right in front of you. And your base has been completely snapped back together and looks like normal again. You run inside the base and look around. The other Lego people join you, and a party breaks out. The Lego people put on some tunes, put on some TV, and everyone starts to sort of socialize, although none of them can actually talk. Some Lego people start walking around with trays of Lego food. You grab a piece from one of the trays and look at it. You smell the little piece of Lego food and you find that it actually smells pretty good. When you try to smush it with your hand, you see that it isn't made out of solid plastic. It's actually made out of, well, food. You rip it apart, and you try a little piece. The flavor that hits your mouth is something different. It tastes exactly like, well, your favorite food. You run back over to the tray, and you grab a few more pieces. You begin to munch down as you lay down on the Lego couch, watching the whole party unfold around you. But before long, the little Lego people start to wave goodbye and leave the Lego house, while others find comfy spots and beds to lay down and go to sleep. You decide that it might actually be time for you to do the same thing. Shelfie, I should probably get back to my own bed. I can't stay up all night, you say.
That's a good point,
Shelfie says, and once again he claps his hands together, and little magical sparkles start to surround you and him. You float up out of the Lego base, through your house, and back into your bedroom. The bedroom starts to get smaller and smaller as you once again grow to your normal size. Shelfie uses his powers to slowly lower you down into bed, pull the covers up over top of you, and turn out the lights. Hello, friends from across the nation and around the world. You are listening to Dad's Bedtime Stories, the #1 place to go for new and soon-to-be iconic holiday favorites like the Shelfie the Elf series, which is what we're going to do again today. Let's check out the suggestion.
Hi, it's your biggest fan from Vancouver, and today I would like to do like the Elf on the Shelf, Shelfie the Elf episode, where like you and Shelfie and a bunch of other stuffed animals get trapped in a video game, and you have to free all 8 of the stuffies in order to beat the game and get out. I love your podcasts, and support them on Patreon if you can.
Thank you, Leaf. Another great suggestion from someone who I believe I will have to officially put into the honorary Dad's Bedtime Stories writers group. So welcome to the group, Leaf. I've used quite a few of your suggestions now. I do plan to do one more Shelfie the Elf series from a suggestion from Logan, but we'll get to that next time. Oh, and a big shout out to Hunter from Ontario, 6 years old, who also wrote in a Shelfie the Elf suggestion, but I couldn't understand what it was. I'm sorry, Hunter. But now, it's possibly time for one of our wonderful dynamically inserted ads that I have no idea what plays for anybody, but I really hope you enjoy it. Now, it's time to close your eyes, get as comfy as you can in that bed, and imagine yourself doing what the kid in the story does. Imagine yourself waking up once again in the middle of the night. You hear strange sounds coming from nearby. Must be Shelfie again, you think to yourself. That elf's been up to a lot of funny things lately. You quietly sneak out your door and down the hallway, possibly even down the stairs if you have stairs in your house, and right to the living room, where you see a familiar face, Shelfie the Elf, a tiny little elf from the North Pole who comes to visit sometimes. He's sitting in front of a very large TV, playing some kind of video game. Beside him sit a few of your stuffed animals, playing video games as well. It looks like a race game of some sort. Hi. What are you guys doing? You ask.
Oh, we just decided to have a little game. Wanna play?
Shelfie asks. Okay, you respond. You sit down beside the little elf, and you grab a hold of the controller. You look ahead at you, at the gigantic television screen, and it seems that your job is to race a car down a track. You focus very intently on what you're doing, and you face off against Elfie, race after race after race. He wins some of the time, and you win some of the time. That's so fun, you remark. I only wish we could go into the video game. It would be so cool to do that for real.
Well, that is a good idea,
Shelfie responds. And then, Shelfie begins waving his hands around in the air. Little magical sparkles appear, and then they spread out around the room, surrounding you and Shelfie and all of the stuffed animals who have somehow been brought to life again. You begin to float up in the middle of your living room, and then you're suddenly sucked straight into the video game console. There's a bright flash of light, and it slowly dims away. You open your eyes, and you find yourself standing in a dark room with a little bit of light around it. When you look down at your hands, you see that they're kind of pixelated, kind of cartoon-like. Weird. Are you actually inside a video game? Shelfie the Elf appears in front of you, only this time he too looks a lot more like a cartoon.
Welcome to my game,
Shelfie says.
I've used my Christmas magic to design a game with several challenging levels. Now, I know you're probably wondering, what are my rewards here? What is it I'm going through these levels to get? Well, I have taken the liberty of trapping one of your stuffed animals at the end of each level,
Shelfie says. You trapped my stuffed animals at the end of each level? That doesn't seem very Christmassy, you remark.
Oh, Yeah, that's probably a good point. Well, don't worry, they'll be well cared for. They're very comfortable and they will stay that way whether you win or not, but still try to win. Got it?
Yeah, I think I've got it. What's the point of this level?
Well, in this level, you grab these here 2 laser swords. You're gonna have to use them to slice any of the blocks that come towards you in half.
2 laser swords appear in either of Shelfie's hands. He passes them both towards you. You grab one with your left hand, a red one, and one with your right hand, a green one. You press the button on the hilt of one of them, and a large green laser shoots out of it, stopping a few feet up, creating a laser sword of some kind. You then press the button on the other one, and a large red laser beam appears. You press the 2 of them together and they buzz and sort of pop apart. What if I accidentally hit myself with one of these? You ask.
Oh, don't worry. There's a safety involved. They should just bounce off and hurt a little bit.
Shelfie responds. Slightly relieved to hear that, you hold the 2 swords up in front of you. A countdown timer starts. 3, 2, 1. And then suddenly a large red sphere flies through the sky, right towards you. You instinctively chop it in half with your sword. It slices apart like butter, and then just disappears into the air. Points are awarded on the screen in front of you. Cool, you say.
Don't forget, your goal's to get to the other side,
Shelfie says. You look far ahead of you, and a little road appears out of 2 long white lights. You begin to walk along the road, and more blocks start to fly towards you. A green sphere, which you cut in half with your green sword. A red cube, which you once again chop in half with your red sword. And so on. Cube after cube flies through the air. You slice one with your left and one with your right, all the time walking forward. As you go, the cubes and spheres start to appear more and more often. And each time you slice them in half, you hear a new note. Slice after slice and note after note, you start to recognize the song, Jingle Bells. You continue to wave the laser swords through the air, slicing blocks and spheres apart, all to the tune of the holiday classic, Jingle Bells. Each slice a new note, and each time the song plays through, it begins to get faster and faster and faster until you're instinctively slicing these blocks in half and trying to make it to the other side. But eventually, you're able to do it. When you finally get to the other side, you see a little sphere in front of you that says, "Slice me." So you grab your swords and slice the sphere in half. There's a large burst of light once again. You close your eyes to shield them. And when you open them again, you're in a completely white room. It's hard to even see if there's walls or a ceiling. You're only sure the floor's there because you're walking on it. Shelfie appears in front of you once again.
Well, welcome to level 2,
Shelfie says.
In this level, you're gonna have to draw your way to a solution.
Little magic sparkles start to appear in front of Shelfie. until a large marker appears.
Here, take this. You can use this to draw anything you can imagine in 3 dimensions, using any color,
Shelfie says.
Try it out.
You hold the marker in your hand and you reach out in front of you, as if you're going to draw in the middle of the air. You think about drawing, and the marker activates, leaving strange streaks in the middle of the air, streaks that you can see from all sides. You can draw in the middle of the air. You kneel down and decide to draw yourself a dog of some kind. You draw its head and little ears, a body and a tail and 4 little legs. None of them look exactly like a dog really should. But as soon as you're finished, the drawing sort of puffs with magic and comes to life, looking more like what you imagined you were drawing than what you actually drew. A very cute-looking little cartoon puppy dog. You bend down and pet the dog on the head. Sure enough, he actually has soft fur.
Well, I think you get the idea,
Shelfie says.
Now, let's see if you can help with this situation.
In front of you, a scene starts to materialize as if it's being drawn on the spot. A white background with all sorts of fluffy snow. Snow starts to appear on the ground, and snow starts to fall from the sky. And then, a very jolly-looking man in a red and white suit appears in front of you, along with a sleigh that looks like it's full of presents, but pretty broken down. Trees appear around you, and you find yourself in a scene that looks like it takes place in the middle of the night. A snowy evening with a broken down sleigh and an uncertain-looking Santa Claus. Santa scratches his head.
Oh, no! What am I going to do here? The sleigh has broken down and my reindeer have flown away. I need to deliver these stuffed animal presents to the children around the world.
You look in the back of the sleigh, and you see a whole bunch of your own stuffed animals peeking out of a large toy sack. Hey, wasn't I supposed to get one of the stuffed animals at the end of the last level? You say, and then you shake it off. Clearly, your goal right now is to rescue these ones after all. Maybe I can help, you say.
Well, hello there,
Santa responds.
I'm not sure you'll be able to pull my sleigh all by yourself. You do look mighty strong, but you don't seem very magical.
And in response to that, you pull out the marker you've been given by Shelfie, and you start to draw. A head and a body, legs, a tail, and of course, a large red nose. When you feel like you're finished, there's a sudden poof, and a cartoon reindeer comes to life, looking much better than the one you actually drew. Again, much closer to the one you imagined.
That was amazing, Santa says. Can you make me more?
And so you do. You begin moving your magical marker through the air, painting directly in front of you, creating reindeer after reindeer after reindeer after reindeer, until you have 9 in total. You line up the cartoon reindeer in front of Santa's sleigh, and one by one, you begin creating reins and harnesses to attach them to the sleigh, of course. As a final touch, you add tiny little bells that each poof into existence as you finish them, allowing for a nice little Christmassy jingle.
Well, thank you, Santa says. As a reward, I'd like to give you these.
Santa reaches into his toy sack and hands you 3 stuffed animals.
This one should have been given to you in the first level, but these 2 are for helping me here, Santa says.
You grab a hold of all 3 living stuffed animals and place them on the ground beside you. They each stand proudly as you watch Santa strike his reins a few times.
Merry Christmas,
he says as the deer begin to run forward. Then they sort of jump up in the air, and then they shoot forward like a laser. The world around you begins to dissolve, back to plain white, and then suddenly to color again. You find yourself in a world that looks more like an old-time video game. You look down at your arms and they're sort of blocky, as if the animation isn't really very good. As you look around throughout the world, you see that everything is kind of made of blocks. Nothing round to be seen. Each thing a perfectly symmetrical block, sitting in a perfectly laid out grid. I've played games like these, you say, as you look around you. You take in the scenery. You're standing at the edge of what looks like a road, leading through a little forest, up a mountain, and to a large blocky castle at the top. Shelfie appears in front of you once again, only this time, he too is made out of blocks.
Well, good job making it to level 3, the final level. Here, you'll have to prepare yourself to rescue the stuffies from the castle. I should warn you, though, it's well guarded. I'm gonna give you this here expandable craftsman table. You'll need it to make the things you'll need. Have fun,
Shelfie says before suddenly disappearing. A little block suddenly materializes in front of you. You grab a hold of it and it says, Craft Table. Okay. You place the table down towards the ground and it suddenly snaps into place, and then unfolds into a gigantic craft table. On the left hand, there's a little box that says Materials. In the center, there's a little thing that says Recipe, and on the right, there's a little thing that says Results. I guess I have to make stuff to find my way there. I'll probably need some kind of armor, and if I know anything about games like this, the first thing you need to do is punch a tree. You walk up to one of the trees, and you start to punch it. It doesn't hurt or anything. Each time you hit the tree, you hear a little sound. You hit the tree again and again, and cracks begin to appear in it, and then it sort of explodes. leaving a little floating block behind. You reach out, and the little block sort of magnetically shoots itself towards your arm, and then into your inventory? You look down and you see a little display that you hadn't noticed before. A display that says inventory, and it now has one wooden block. You continue punching the tree until you have 4 wooden blocks. You're not actually sure what you'll need after all. Recipe acquired, a voice says from the middle of nowhere. You run over to the table with your blocks in inventory. You reach out towards the part that says materials. You kind of focus on that slot in your inventory, and the blocks of wood start shooting out into the little bin. Recipes appear in the middle, like a little touch screen of things that you could possibly make. You can make wooden blocks and wooden floors, wooden sticks, and you start experimenting by making some of the blocks and some of the sticks. As you press the block button, a single wooden piece shoots through the table, makes strange beeping and bopping sounds, and then shoots out the other side as 4 wooden blocks. You take the wooden blocks and you place them back in the materials bin. This time, you try to create wooden sticks. They go through the machine, create wooden sticks on the other side, and again, you grab the sticks and place them over in the materials bin. This time, new recipes appear. Recipes for wooden pickaxes and wooden axes. You make yourself a wooden pickaxe, and a wooden axe, and a wooden shovel, and then you get to work. It doesn't take too many hits with the wooden axe to break wood, so you begin taking down tree after tree after tree until you have tons of inventory spots filled with wood. Next up, you decide if experience is any kind of teacher, that you're gonna need to go downwards. You grab your shovel and you begin smashing it against the ground blocks. With a few hits, the ground blocks kind of dissolve into miniature ground blocks, which are absorbed into your inventory. You pick away at the ground until the ground becomes stone. Then you switch to your wooden pickaxe and you start hitting it against the stone. You wouldn't think a wooden pickaxe could actually break stone, but with enough hits, the stone blocks start to break and float in front of you. You gather a bunch of stone blocks, and you hear another announcement. New recipe acquired. You run towards the table again with all of your new materials, and you place them in the materials bin. Sure enough, new recipes appear. Stone pickaxes and stone axes. So you begin to select both, and make some stone pickaxes and stone axes as well. You head back over to the hole in the ground, and you use your new and improved stone pickaxe to break apart blocks faster than you ever could before. And block after block after block, you create a gigantic hole in the ground until you finally hit something more solid, something you were hoping to hit. Blocks of iron. You hit the blocks of iron a whole bunch more times than you had to hit the stone, but before long, they sort of poof and transform into miniature blocks as well. You once again absorb the little blocks of iron until there's no more to break apart and collect. New recipes acquired, a voice says. You run back over towards the bench and you place in all of the materials you've gathered once again. And once again, new recipes appear. Recipes for iron tools, pickaxes, axes, shovels, but more importantly, iron weapons and iron armor. You slowly begin to construct an iron sword which runs through the craft table and appears on the other side. You grab it in your hand and swing it around for practice. It feels very powerful. Then you begin making different pieces of iron armor. A helmet, pieces for your arms, pieces for your shoulders, pieces for your chest, for your legs, and for your feet. And you grab them from the other end of the craft table. But this time, instead of absorbing them into your inventory, you place them on the respective body parts, your head, your legs, your feet. They almost magically pop into place. And now that you have a full suit of them, a strange power passes through your body, one making you feel incredibly strong and incredibly ready to take on a castle. You start to run down the pathway. The running takes no effort at all. And then, step by step, you work your way up the mountain. And just like Shelfie warned, the castle is guarded. The first enemy that appears are a bunch of floating blocks with little wings. As they come towards you, you swing your sword, and as it makes contact, they make a little booping sound, and then they just sort of disappear from existence in a little puff of smoke. You continue up along the path, slicing the little flying blocks in half as you go. When you make it to the top of the path, you see a new enemy. Little blocky skeleton creatures. The skeletons walk towards you very, very slowly, and you, very skillfully, bop them with your sword. Each time you successfully hit one, it makes a little booping sound, flies into the distance, and then poofs out of existence in a little puff of smoke, just like the other creatures did. You make your way down the path towards the castle, and as soon as you step in front of the castle doors, they begin to open automatically, revealing a large blocky figure standing in front of you. A blocky figure that looks like it's made out of full blocks of iron. And sure enough, behind the blocky figures are the rest of your stuffed animals, all sitting on the throne, looking down at you below. The giant iron creature stomps on the ground and starts to run directly at you. You jump to the side and strike it with your sword. But this time, almost nothing seems to happen. The creature turns and runs at you again, and again you hit it out of the way with your sword. It bops, but nothing really happens. You're obviously going to have to find a different way to defeat this creature. The creature runs at you again, and again you jump to the side. Maybe that's the answer, you think. You run over towards the door to the castle, and then you begin to call for the creature to run at you. It stomps on the ground again, faces you down, and once again it starts running in your direction. At the very last second, you jump out of the way, strike it with your sword, and then quickly run to the doors. You see a lever beside the doors that says open on one end and close on the other. You reach out with your sword and strike the lever, moving it from open to close, and sure enough, the giant doors slam shut, locking out the huge iron creature. With all of the enemies out of the way, you walk down the hallway up toward the throne, and you're immediately greeted by the rest of your stuffed animals. who are jumping up and down with joy. Little sparkles of magic start to appear around you, and the other 3 stuffies appear too, the ones you saved earlier. Then, once again, Shelfie appears floating in front of you in his little blocky video game form.
Well, that was lots of fun,
Shelfie says.
but I think it's time you get back to bed.
Shelfie waves his hands again, and little sparkles of magic appear, surrounding you and the stuffies, and then in a flash of light, you're sucked back out of the video game, and you find yourself looking at the gigantic TV once again, although you're feeling much, much sleepier. You walk back towards your bedroom, slowly sneak back inside, closing your door quietly behind you. You crawl into your bed and pull the covers up over top of yourself. You place your head down on the pillow, and you begin to just breathe. You remember your whole adventure, chopping through the blocks and drawing things in midair, and, of course, building your own armor and storming a castle single-handedly. And as you imagine, you just allow yourself to breathe. With each breath, you sink down deeper into the mattress, and your mind begins to wander off to new dreams and new adventures to come. Good night, everyone.